Students, today we will learn about exercise 5.2. So exercise 5.2, here we have some new topics. A line that intersects two or more lines at distinct points is called a transversal. A line that intersects two or more lines at distinct points is called a transversal. So if a line intersects two or more lines like this, if a line intersects two or more lines, it is called transversal. Okay. State the property. First question. State the property that is used in each of the following statements. First one is, if A is parallel to B, then angle 1 is equal to angle 5. If A is parallel to B, these two lines are parallel, then angle 1 is equal to angle 5. Angle 1 is equal to angle 5. Angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles. Angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles. So what is the property which says it is true? If two parallel lines are cut by transversal, each pair of corresponding angles are equal in measure. So angle 1 is equal to angle 5. If two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, each pair of corresponding angles, 1 and 5 are corresponding angles, so they are equal. This is the property which says this statement is true. Okay. Now the second one is, if angle 4 is equal to angle 6, then A is parallel to B. If angle 4 is equal to angle 6, then A is parallel to B. Angle 4 is equal to angle 6. Angle 4 is an interior angle and angle 6 is an interior angle because it is inside. It is inside. So angle 4 is an interior angle, angle 6 is an interior angle, and they are opposite sides. So these are alternate of interior angles. These are alternate interior angles. So if alternate interior angles are equal, then A is parallel to B. Which statement you know about this? When a transversal cut two lines, such that pairs of alternate angles are equal in such a way that pairs of alternate interior angles are equal, then the lines have to be parallel. So if angle 4 is equal to angle 6, then the lines have to be parallel. If alternate opposite angles are equal, then the lines have to be parallel. This is a statement which is saying that it is true. Second question is true. Okay. Now third question we will see on the next slide. So now let us go to the third question. If angle 4 plus angle 5 is equal to 180 degrees, then A is parallel to B. So what are angle 4 and angle 5? Angle 4 and angle 5 are interior angles because they are inside. Angle 4 and angle 5 are interior angles because they are inside. Okay. So when sum of two interior angles is equal to 180 degrees, that means 4 and 5 are supplementary angles because sum of them is equal to 180 degrees. So when they are supplementary angles, then A is parallel to B. So which property you know about this? So the property is, thus when a transversal cuts two lines, such that pairs of interior angles 4 and 5 on the same side of the transversal, they are on the same side, on only the left side, are supplementary, means 4 plus 5 is equal to 180 degrees. Angle 4 plus angle 5 is equal to 180 degrees. Then the lines have to be parallel. A should be parallel to B. So when sum of two interior angles are supplementary angles, then the lines have to be parallel. Okay. Now let us go to the second question. In the adjoining figure, identify the pairs of corresponding angles. Corresponding angles means the same side. 4, 8, 1, 5, 3, 7, 2, 6. 4, 8, 1, 5, 3, 7, 2, 6. These are corresponding angles. Correspondingly. So, the corresponding angles. Okay, angle 4 is angle 4 and angle 8 are corresponding. Angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding. Angle 3 and angle 7 are corresponding. Angle 2 and angle 6 are corresponding angles. The pairs of alternate interior angles. Interior angles means the angles which lie inside. Angles which lie inside. Okay. The pairs of alternate interior angles means opposite side. Opposite and inside. Okay. So what are opposite and inside? 3, 5. Angle 3 and angle 5 are alternate interior angles. This is also an interior angle. This is also an interior angle. So angle 3 and angle 5 are also lying on the opposite sides. This is on the left side and this is on the right side. So angle 3 and angle 5 are alternate interior angles. And angle 2 and angle 8 are alternate interior angles, opposite sides and inside also. Angle 2 and angle 8 are alternate interior angles. Okay. Now the next question is the pairs of interior angles on the same side of the transversal. The pairs of interior angles on the same side of the transversal. So angle 3, angle 8. Angle 3, angle 8. Angle 2, angle 5 are the interior angles which lie on the same side. The pairs of interior angles on the same side of the transversal, left and left, right and right. So angle 3 and angle 8 are the interior angles which lie on the same side. Angle 2 and angle 5 are interior angles which lie on the same side. This is also interior angle and this is also interior angle. Angle 3 and angle 8. Now the next question is the fourth, the vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles, you know, when a line cuts the other line, you will get vertically opposite angles. Angle 1 and angle 3 are vertically opposite to each other. Angle 2 and angle 4 are vertically opposite to each other. In the same way, angle 8 and angle 6 are vertically opposite to each other. Angle 5 and angle 7 are vertically opposite to each other. 4, 2, 1, 3, 5, 7, 6, 8 are vertically opposite angles. Okay. We'll go to the next question. In the adjoining figure, P parallel to Q, find the unknown angles. So, P is parallel to Q. Find the unknown angles. So, when there are two parallel lines, we know that the corresponding angles are equal. Okay. And interior angles are, sum of the interior angles is equal to 180 degrees, supplementary angles. Interior angles are supplementary. And alternate interior angles are equal. So these are the three properties we know when the two lines are parallel to each other. So using them we find out the unknown angles here. Okay. So it is very evident that 125 plus f is equal to 180 degrees. So there is no property required here. 125 plus f is equal to 180 degrees because it is a straight line. Isn't it? This is a straight line. So 125 plus f is equal to 180 degrees. So f is equal to 180 minus 125. So plus 125, if it goes to the other side, it becomes minus 125. So 10 minus 5, 5, 7 minus 2, 5. So f value is equal to 55 degrees. F value is equal to 55 degrees. Okay. Now, the other one we are finding out corresponding angles are equal. What are the corresponding angles? 125, D, F and C, E and A, B and this one. These are corresponding angles. Okay. So here D is equal to 125 degrees. These are corresponding angles. 125 degrees. Okay. So angle D is equal to 125 degrees. Using corresponding angles because the lines are parallel to each other. P and Q are parallel. That is why corresponding lines angles are equal. Okay. Now the next one, angle C. Angle C is equal to angle A. Angle C is equal to angle A is equal to 55 degrees. Because F value is 55 degrees. So F value is 55 degrees means, so F is equal to C is 55 degrees. Because again these are corresponding angles. Again these are corresponding angles. So F is equal to 55 degrees. So C is equal to 55 degrees. And because C is equal to 55 degrees, F equal to C equal to 55 degrees, A is equal to alternate interior angles are equal. Alternate interior angles. A is equal to vertically opposite angles. In other words, you can say because there is only one line here and A and C are the angles are made by only one line intersected by Q. So, vertically opposite angles are equal. Vertically opposite angles are equal. So, A and C are equal. Angle C is already 55 degrees because F is 55 degrees. So, angle C is 55, therefore, angle A is equal to 55. In the same way, angle B is equal to angle D because they are vertically opposite angles. They are vertically opposite angles. Angle B is equal to angle D. So, angle B is equal to angle D. What is angle D? 125 degrees because 125 and D are corresponding angles. So, angle D is equal to 125. Therefore, angle B is equal to 125. Okay. Now, the last one we have E. E is very simple because these are corresponding angles. P and Q are parallel to each other. So, angle E is equal to angle A. So, angle E is equal to angle A is already 55 degrees. So, angle E is equal to 55 degrees. Okay. So, we have already found out all angles. F is 55. F is 55 and hence C is 55. D is 125 because this angle is 125. Okay. So, C is 55, therefore, A is 55 and D is 125, therefore, B is 125 and E and A are equal. So, A value is C value is 55. So, A value is 55. Okay. So, we will go to the next question, fourth question. Find the value of x in each of the following figures if L is parallel to M. So, when L and M are parallel to each other, we know that the corresponding angles are equal. Okay, and alternate interior angles are equal. And interior angles are supplementary. Okay, these are the three properties we have. So, now using that we need to find the value of x. So, the first one here L is parallel to M. So, the corresponding angles are equal. So, this 110 degrees, this also should be 110 degrees. This must be also 110 degrees because these two are corresponding angles on the same side. So, these are corresponding angles 110 degrees this one and this is also 110 degrees. Okay. So, when this is 110 degrees then what is x value? Very easily we can find out because 110 plus x is equal to 180 degrees. 110 plus x equal to 180 degrees. There is no property required here because it is a straight line. M is a straight line. So, 110 plus x is equal to 180 degrees. So, x must be what? 180 minus 110. 180 minus 110. So, x value is 70 degrees. X value is 70 degrees in the first problem. Okay. Now, in the second problem, Again L is parallel to M, the corresponding angles are equal. So this is 100 means this is 100, this is X means this is X, okay, and this is 100 means this is already 80. So it is, even if it is not given, we can easily find out because it is a straight line. So if it is 100, this must be 80. So this angle should be 180 degrees, isn't it? So 180, okay, and what is this value? This value must be 100 because these two are corresponding angles. 100 and X are corresponding angles. So X equal to 100 because L is parallel to M. 100 and X are corresponding angles. So these 100 should be equal to X. So this value of X is equal to 100. So from this also you can find out X is equal to 100. These two are also corresponding angles. Okay, because these two are parallel lines, these two must be equal. So this happens only when the lines are parallel. The corresponding angles will be equal only when the lines are parallel. Okay. Now we will go to the next one. In the given figure, the arms of two angles are parallel. The arms of two angles are parallel. But means the sides of the angles are parallel. AB is parallel to DE and BC is parallel to EF. This means that AB is parallel to DE and BC is parallel to EF. Okay. So if angle ABC is equal to 70 degrees, then find angle DGC and angle DEF. If angle ABC is equal to 70 degrees, then find angle DEF. DEF becomes the corresponding angle. It becomes the corresponding angle. If these two are parallel lines, isn't it? BC and EF are parallel lines. So this ABC is 70 degrees means DEF also should be 70 degrees and DGC also should be 70 degrees because these two are corresponding angles. Angle DGC is corresponding to angle ABC. Okay. Angle DGC is corresponding to angle GEF. Angle GEF. Okay. So first of all, angle DGC is equal to 70 degrees by having corresponding angles because parallel lines A and D, these two lines are parallel lines. So corresponding angles are equal and hence this is 70 degrees. So this is also 70 degrees by having corresponding angles. These two are corresponding angles again. Angle DGC is equal to angle GEF. Okay. So this is 70 and this is 70. Now let us go to sixth question. In the given figures below, decide whether L is parallel to M. In the given figures below, decide whether L is parallel to M. Okay. So what do you know if L is parallel to M? If L is parallel to M, then the corresponding angles are equal, interior angles are supplementary, alternate interior angles are equal, isn't it? These are the three properties we know. So here what are 126 and 144 degrees? 126 and 44 degrees. These are interior angles, isn't it? These are interior angles. So if two lines are parallel to each other, these interior angles should be supplementary to each other. But are they? 126 plus 44 degrees. How much is this? 6 plus 4 10, 1, 3 plus 4 7, 170 degrees. So 126 and 44 are not supplementary angles because their sum is not approaching to 180 degrees. So therefore 126 and 44 are not supplementary angles, therefore these two lines cannot be parallel to each other. Very simple. Alternate interior angles should be equal, interior angles should be supplementary, corresponding angles should be equal for the lines parallel to M and vice versa. Okay. So because 126 and 44 are not supplementary angles, therefore L is not parallel to M. Similarly, the next question is whether L is parallel to M or not. Now this is 75 degrees and what about this? It should be 105. There is no property required here because this is a straight line. This is a straight line. So 75 degrees means how much should be there for having 180 degrees? So it should be 105 degrees, isn't it? 105 plus 75 is 180 degrees. So this is a straight angle. So 180 minus 75 is 105 degrees. Okay. Now this angle is 105 degrees and this angle is 75 degrees, and these two are corresponding angles on the same side. These two are corresponding angles. So corresponding angles are not equal, so the lines are not parallel. Simple. The corresponding angles are not equal, so therefore the lines are not parallel. Okay. We'll go to the next question. So here also we need to find out whether L is parallel to M or not. Okay. Now angles given are 123 degrees and 57 degrees. These are the given angles. Now first of all, this unknown angle is how much? It should be 180 minus 123 degrees. So 180 minus 123 degrees is 57 degrees. So it is 57 degrees. By using a straight line property, straight line, we have got this is equal to 57 degrees. And this is 57 and this is 57. These two are corresponding angles. 57 degrees and this 57 degrees, same side. So they are corresponding angles and corresponding angles are equal. This is 57 and this is 57. Corresponding angles are equal. Therefore, L is parallel to M. Okay. So if corresponding angles are equal, then the lines are parallel to each other. Okay. And vice versa. Now let us see the second question. Fourth question in this. So given angles are 72 and 98. 72 and 98. And we need to find out whether L is parallel to M or not. L is parallel to M or not. So how do you find out? First of all, we can find the other angle because it is already 72. So how much is this we can find out by using straight line property. So straight line property 72, 180 minus 72. 180 minus 72 is how much? 108 degrees. 108 degrees, isn't it? So therefore this is 108 degrees by using the straight line property. 72 plus 108 is equal to 180 degrees. Now this is 108 and the given angle here is 98, and these two are corresponding angles because on the same side these two are corresponding angles. This is 98 and this is 108. Both of them are not equal. Both of them are not equal. Corresponding angles are not equal. So if corresponding angles are not equal, then the lines are not parallel to each other. Then the lines are not parallel to each other. So L is not parallel to M since the corresponding angles are not equal to each other, because this is 98 and this is 108. Okay.